Hi, my name's Abigail. It is the second day of the service trip, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about DC Outfitters, which is where we went around to the parks around the area and handed out clothing and toiletries, and it was a really neat experience overall. But okay, so I was in charge of the cosmetics bag, specifically cosmetics for women and skincare products, and I feel like that offered a really unique perspective, um, because typically you don't really think of the struggles that women go through living on the streets. But it was really interesting going up to women, and right away they're very interested in what I had in the cosmetics bag that we had. But many of the women actually were taking lipsticks, they were taking foundation, concealer, just makeup you would use on an everyday basis, and it was just really interesting because you don't really think of women who are homeless, you don't really think of them wanting to be presentable, but that is still something that's very pertinent to their lives. They still want to be presentable, they still want to outwardly look their best, and that almost it returns a sense of dignity and humanity to them that many people wouldn't initially think of. Um, what else? I also think that it was really interesting talking to the people in general. I think many people are really hesitant to approach people who are living on the streets, whether that's from personal fear or just overall societal. I feel like society almost grooms people to not approach people like that. Um, but actually approaching people and starting up conversations, you realize that they're just people just like you. They each have their own interesting story, and it really broadened my perspectives, I think. Um, Many people, I think our PLA Shannon actually, we were talking to this woman, she was from Ethiopia, and she actually fell into homelessness immediately when she came to the United States, and she has a degree in psychology from Ethiopia. So it just goes to show you that you really do not know what the background of these people are. They could be extremely intelligent and engaged in a conversation, and you would have never expected that just from their outward appearance. So it was really enlightening to just interact with these people and carry on really pleasant, fun conversations with them. But in terms of the application to this course, I think that we talked a lot about loneliness and humanity. And during our discussion, we talked about how there was a greater sense of unity among the people in the parks that we visited. And, people they almost were hesitant at a certain point to take more things for themselves. And this almost sort of altruism was something that surprised me. So they'd take a certain amount of clothes, and after that, they'd be like, okay, that's enough for me. My friend can have the rest and save this for another person. I just thought that was really interesting. And the sense of camaraderie and kinship that they have creates a general sense of safety and comfort that they'll take what they can get. It's at least some sense of comfort that they can have with that sense of unity that they have together. And I think in terms of a person's humanity, just the basic ability to have clothing and toiletries secured brings back that sense of dignity to them. And it was just a really enriching experience overall to bring that back to them and go out tonight to meet different people.